Welcome back, everyone, to Studio 70. If you're new
Welcome,
here,
welcome.
I am Ezu, and this is
Shavak.
And we appreciate you guys being here. We got a
Yes.
good one today. It's a Jennifer Dulos case. Jennifer Dulos alive?
What?
What?
Huh?
Yeah, huh? Huh? So we're going to get into that.
Like,
so
really?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, really. So we're going to go through that, but stick around to the end because we're going to go take it a little further and discuss some of the other theories and things that are going on there. So you want to hang in there and we'll get through everything and a little bit more.
Yes, but first let's do a little bit of housekeeping.
Yes. Keep
This
me
is
honest
for
here.
educational and entertainment purposes only. Please just do your own research and always be kind to others, friends, family, neighbors,
Everyone.
strangers.
Yes, absolutely. We keep it positive here, Shirak. You know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So here we are, Jennifer Dulos alive. And what we're going to do is watch a little video here. It's from Kendall Rae. So we're going to give all the credits and thank yous and shout outs to her. Go visit her channel. She's got millions of subscribers. She's really good at what she's done. She's done it for a while.
Yes.
And I just want to give credit because instead of reproducing exactly what she's talking about in a different way, we might as well, we're going to use some of these videos so we can talk to and elaborate and provide, embellish it and give our own take and spin and go a little deeper on it. And for the folks that are new, we have each case, we have our own virtual crime board. And basically what it is we get aspects of the case, we put it on this board. Some of them we know they're factuals, like in this case, Michelle Troconis is convicted. That is a fact. There's some things we may feel confident about. We'll mention it. And there's some things that are community vote, meaning if you're part of our community, you go out to the poll and we ask questions and you vote. And based on those votes, we put on here what the community thinks. So the latest one is the body down below. We see community vote. So as of right now, and this could change, the votes are basically saying that Jennifer Dulos most likely didn't leave the area of the house, meaning she wasn't transported through the SUV, through the truck, back home. So, but again, votes are still coming in, but just want to show that that's what we do here as part of our show. So let me get things situated here and we're going to get ready to watch this video. We're going to pause it a couple times so it allows us so we're not over speaking too much on the video, but we realize that sometimes that can be frustrating. So we'll try to do it in a way where it's not overbearing. All right. You ready, Shira? I'm excited to get this thing rolling. Here we go.
I have a lot to say.
Yeah, let's go.
This is mind-blowingly offensive. But just a month after Jennifer disappeared, Fotis's attorney made a statement to reporters that this was a case of revenge. I'm sure most of you have heard of the book and movie called Gone Girl. It's very, very popular. It's about this woman who fakes her death and pins it on her husband. And this is what Fotis's attorney said Jennifer did. He said that she had the, quote, imagination, means, and motive to disappear and make it look like her husband was responsible. And
So just to pause there, I know. But that Gone Girl, some people thought it was something that Jennifer Dulos was writing. No, it's not. It wasn't her book. So I just want to clarify because I've heard of that. So they're saying is like, oh, Jennifer did what was done kind of like in this book. Read this book. That's exactly what happened. That was the plan. Something similar. All right, let's continue.
He based this claim on what he said was the fact that Michelle wrote a manuscript for a book that had the same premise as Gone Girl, which flat out just wasn't true. First of all, Gone Girl came out nearly a decade after this manuscript was written. And second of all, a friend of Jennifer's who actually read the manuscript said that it wasn't about that at all. And if Fotis's attorney had even taken a little time to read maybe even some of it, he would have known that. But of course he didn't read it because that wasn't his goal. His goal was to make his client look innocent and to disparage an innocent woman in the process. Now this...
Yeah, of course. I mean, they're paying millions of dollars for these guys. Exactly. They're going to represent you. They're going to try to confuse, right, Shirak? They're going to throw as much wrenches in there. And we'll wait to the end. We'll wait to our analysis. You want to wait till our thoughts on this one specifically. I don't want to give up the sauce too fast because we want to hear all the information. Sorry, I'm Italian, so I talk. My hands go and I hit the mic all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So basically, this was I guess the best they can come up with.
This is so wildly offensive in so many ways, especially to her family, to her children, to her. I mean, what
Exactly.
kind
you
of sick
thinking?
monster would say
Very
that Jennifer,
disrespectful.
a devoted, loving mother, would
Of all those
stage
kids.
her own death
Mhm.
and leave her children in order
Amen,
to
sister.
ruin her husband's life? That is just such a
That's
wildly
like a
absurd, offensive
narcissist
claim to make.
thinking.
I cannot even
Yes.
believe he said that. It is so unprofessional and
Yes.
disgusting. Jennifer never would have put her children and her family through that emotional torture. And
Nope.
honestly, that whole part of this just really pisses me off. And
Yes.
Fotis honestly had just unbelievable audacity in the weeks following Jennifer's disappearance. At one point, and there's video of this, Fotis wished his kids and Jennifer a Merry Christmas. And this was months after she disappeared.
He was going all in on this story,
And
but of
that's
course it
crazy.
blew up in his face. And I want to give away a last up in a few moments. We're gonna hear him talk, and man, you'll see in a second. But
which is just a nod to what his attorney said, that she's really still out there. It's disgusting. And at some point,
Yep.
Michelle completely turned on him. She even requested the judge to file an order that prevented Fotis from even contacting her.
And
I mean,
he
his
moved on to another
literal
chick.
co-conspirator
Yeah.
and ex-girlfriend was disassociating herself from him rather than standing by his side and advocating for his innocence. So that says a lot if you ask me. But Fotis seemed to be
Yes,
doing
absolutely.
just fine on his own. In July, he did an interview with NBC New York and gave the whole "I'm innocent and this has been so hard on me" speech. I mean, you got to hear it for yourself.
Yeah, this
It's
is
been a very
ridiculous.
tough time for the whole family. We're all very worried about Jennifer.
How do you think the public looks at you?
Monster.
It depends. I think that the people that do not know me, they probably look at me as a monster.
And that's
Now, when
about what 95% of the
Yeah,
people that
and
don't
no-
know you.
And notice, guys, when he's talking, what I focus in on is the eyes. And the eyes, and there's another shot with him. I don't know if they showed everybody in the jumpsuit. He just looks really evil and creepy. And look at him. Look at his size. You know how we talked about how he would move Jennifer Dulos? I know she's what, 120? She's 5'8".
120, yeah.
He's not a big guy. Again, to lift dead weight, maybe into an SUV, but to move that and move her into the red truck, I just don't see it. Sorry, I just noticed that with the frame of his size.
Well, he could have dragged too, you know.
Yeah, he's in shape though, but still, yeah. But look at his eyes though in this interview.
It's a monster.
Yes. And that is because of the information that has come out. And I
Oof, look at those
cannot speak
eyes.
about what happened. So they take the narrative that they see from the arrests,
Creepy.
the arrest warrants, and what is being reported in the press, and they draw their own conclusions. So I've already been
We don't take
convicted
the
in their
narrative.
mind.
We see the facts.
What do you
You
want
see the
people
evidence.
watching to know?
DNA.
I want them to know that this is a very, very challenging time for my whole family, and we just have to be
Which it
patient
cost.
to get to the other side and see what happens.
Do you
Yeah.
think you've been treated fairly by the criminal justice system?
I do,
You do.
yes. I think with the information they had, they did the best they could, and I understand they have tremendous pressure on them. And it's also statistically, when something like this happens, 90 or 95%, it's the spouse.
And in this
So
case,
I can understand why
100%.
people feel like that.
Yes.
And your answer to that is?
Look at him.
Duh.
Huh? Huh?
What's the
What?
When people say yes, 90% of
What? Me? Who? Sorry.
You don't know who.
He's like, are you talking to me?
the time it is the spouse.
But
What's
it's
your
90%. It's not 100%.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
So
yeah.
when people-
Yeah. See, I didn't notice this. You hear what he just said? I don't want to rewind it because I'll mess up. He goes, it's 100%.
Yeah.
He goes, no. Like, he was shaking his head up and down. Man, that's messed up. All right. Sorry, guys. This is so, he sickens me. Sorry.
I'm in the 5 or 10% category.
So yeah, because people automatically say, "Oh yeah," people say the spouse did it.
Mhm.
Yep.
I know,
Bingo.
but I know what I've done, and I know what I haven't done.
Yeah, God
So
knows too.
I have to
You know what
Being
you've
stand
done. You're just
and
not telling the
fight.
truth.
You're being
and
judged.
hope that
now.
the truth is going to come out.
Do you have any thoughts about
you're right, it will.
that, about her disappearance or what's happened?
I do, but I'd rather not speak about that.
Oh,
So what he's saying here again, guys, is I think referring to this gone girl, whatever situation or that plan, and I think he's just saying, playing it cool, like, oh, I got this master thing. I can't talk about it right now. I got this theory.
Well, I think she would have shut him down if he would have started talking about that, because she's very smart, and
yes,
if he would have, she would have shut him down, and and he would have said, "Huh?" again.
Yeah, yeah, me? Yeah, that's a good observation, but that's probably what he's playing it off there. And look, he's smiling when he's
today.
But at some point.
He even had the balls to say that he and Jennifer were cordial in the weeks and months leading up to her disappearance, which is total bullshit. If by cordial he means making threats to kidnap the children and making Jennifer fear for her life, then sure, they were cordial. But anyway, jumping forward here, on September 4th, 2019, Fotis was arrested for the second time. This time, it was on an additional charge of tampering with evidence, and he was...
So we're going to pause it there, because I think that's enough information to break it down. So we're going to get into it in a second. But before, guys, if you made it this far, please comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps us out. We got a lot of cool stuff come up, like live chats and site visits and different things like that. So it really helps us. But with that, I am going to...
Thank you in advance.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to start with you, Chirac, first. So tell me what you think in terms of just this whole narrative of she's still alive. Let's start there.
I think it's being very disrespectful to the family, and I want to apologize for him, because who would leave 5 kids abandoned? That is just awful, and that's not Jennifer's style. So I don't understand why would he even say that, not him, his lawyer. So they are very disrespectful to the family, and actually having these kids hear that, because sometimes if they don't listen to the media, other people listen to it, and it goes back to them. So they definitely know what's going on. And just to hear something like that, it's just not.
I appreciate you saying that, because, for them, the family, I mean, Jennifer's mother seems like what a nice lady, and the whole family. Yeah. And that was really great words, and I echo that. So I'm just going to say what I think in terms of, or to, just to extend what you're saying, is what boggles me. And again, lawyers can only do as much as the person that they're representing, the information that they give them. So we're not sure if Fotis said to his lawyers, "Oh, I'm innocent." Probably did, but I'm sure, most likely he didn't say, "Oh, I did this crime." But who knows? You don't know. You don't know what the confidentiality is. You don't know if he was able to open up to his lawyers or not. But it's interesting that they went all in on this Jennifer is alive thing. But as the evidence got built up, as they found the bloody bra and all this information, I can go on. We did episodes on these investigations. In fact, stick around. I will put one of those videos at the end where you can, refer back and watch some of the stuff, some of the evidence. But I think that they went all in, and this is just a thought or hypothesis, meaning, do your own research. Allegedly, I think when Fotis realized that there's no way they could have kept that narrative, and because they went all in on it, couldn't switch over to another, that somebody else could do it, because they have all the video of the cars and this, that. It just got to be too much. I think that whole thing of her still being alive was the only straw that they had. And when that broke, he was like, I'm out, literally. So that's what I think, Shrock.
Yes, I agree with that as well.
Yeah. So what do you guys think?
What do you think out there? Pick comments below.
And, again, I know it's not part of this episode, but just to talk about this a little bit more with Jennifer Dulos, in terms of, where she is and all that. I mean, Michelle is convicted, and I think in another month or so, she's going to get her sentence. So let's see if she gets a decent sentence in years. Let's see if she starts to open up a little bit more about anything just to go negotiate. There still might be one card that she's holding in her pocket. The second thing is Kent. And by the way, if you want to get an update on a little bit about the court case, or at least when it's going to happen or anything about it,
month,
high
right?
level.
Yeah.
Yep, it's next month. You go onto Google, put in CT court case, look up, or I think if you just put CT court cases, you get into a site. I think it's on the Connecticut site. You just click on it, then it'll break it down by what do you want to see. I think it's criminal and motor vehicle, I think. You click on that link, and then it'll say convicted or pending cases. Go into pending cases, put in Kent's name, and it'll give some information and when that the next, the information of what's going on with the case.
But we will also keep track of that and provide you with
Yeah,
information.
we'll keep track of it.
We'll do it for you. How about that?
Yeah, of course. I'm just giving you information in case you want to do things on your own, and then I think you can get.
We will deliver.
Yeah, we live in Connecticut, so we're right there. And go UConn!
That'd be awesome. We go inside the court.
Yeah, I wish we could. A lot of times it's closed.
Oh man!
But I just want to give you guys a little bit of share that information. But Kent, another one which we'll get into the next episode. So you're gonna want to see that as well. We're gonna get more details, so I won't go on too much about that. But I think with the whole thing of Jennifer being alive, no, and that was really awful, and
100%.
I think she went all in on that too much. So unfortunately, she's not. I don't think she's with us, and we'll talk more about that in the next episode, where we talk about will she ever get found, and about Kent. So that's gonna be a good episode. You're gonna want to see that next week. Anything else, Shrock?
Thanks for watching, Studio 7-0.
Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep on watching Studio 7-0.